they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things can really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear, the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. And his first pass is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Goff. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 2nd and 3. And complete to Drake London. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the Pro Bowl, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Really talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Cross pass finds Williams, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Goff looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon first down. The Falcons at 4-8 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll give this to Singletary running right, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And Detroit getting set to go now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They run the option on 2nd down. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's into the hands of Edwards. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They're going to look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. For a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Right back to Swift again on second down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Back to throw, Goff. Dan, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got him in, complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give, Singletary right side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
Singletary. They'll run for it. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The field goal would have been a pretty decent length, and I'm still kind of surprised they didn't kick it.
Yeah, I know, because you think you take the 3 there, trust him, but at the same time, if you can't pick up a few inches in this situation, you probably don't deserve to win the game anyway. Go get it, and they did.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Singletary. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and 8.
The second half has been good in the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that too.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all or nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far is a field goal. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be Falcon football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A give up the middle to Singletary, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 6. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's Edwards again. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for London on the out route complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens, because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
They run here with Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ridder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
A 10-play drive that time. And it was Desmond Ridder taking it himself to finish the drive. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. Again, Goff. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, 59 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 47 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one rips, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Singletary going to get the handoff. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Touchdown! Devin Singletary, 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 20-10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Goff now to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that's the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Atlanta, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8, and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars.